Spring break continuing, mostly beautiful weather, and a dwindling number of days that California residents can use their discounted tickets led to some big crowds this week at Disneyland. Holiday periods, which spring break falls into the category of, can make it difficult to decide what the best day to go to Disneyland is. And for the second week in a row, at both parks, Sunday was the best day to go, which typically isn't the case. The same goes for busiest days. This past week it was Tuesday at Disneyland and Wednesday at DCA, which are typically quieter days, but with the kids out of school, they were slammed. We always list the top 5 rides that have beaten their average wait times for the week, and usually in Disneyland they're centered around Fantasyland rides, but this week, Haunted Mansion made an appearance. And maybe they were inspired by the Artemis mission this past week, but the 3 rides that saw the biggest crowds compared to average all took the guests to outer space. Meanwhile at DCA, not even the top rides could break a C average against their typical waits, which makes sense because there's a lot less rides to spread the crowds around. And the 2 most popular rides were seeing average wait times of over 100 minutes, which means for much of the week you were seeing even worse than that. The weather was mostly great, but there were some scattered showers, and when there's rain at Disneyland, there are certain rides that get automatically shut down, including Mad Tea Party, which saw the most downtime at Disneyland. At DCA, the Incredicoaster broke down the most, and at 740 total minutes of downtime, that averages to about just under 2 hours a day. Your best bet for rope drop at Disneyland was Tiana's, which was a walk-on all week, although even on warm days, it can be chilly in the morning in Anaheim. Unless you arrive really early, it's always risky to go to Peter Pan first thing, which saw 40-minute waits right out of the gate. And if you decided to make the long trek to the back of the park to go on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, 2 out of 7 days you were looking at a closed sign. I typically don't recommend going to Soarin' first thing in the morning at DCA because they typically only operate about 50% of capacity, but this past week, it was a pretty good choice. Toy Story was only open 1 day last week before it started a refurb, but that 1 day, it was a very bad choice for rope drop. And there's no fear of being cold and wet first thing in the morning at DCA because Grizzly River Run was closed all 7 days at rope drop. Don't forget to hit that follow button, and for anyone who made it this far, here's a pop quiz. Where can you find this Yeti at Disneyland?